Okay. So let's do a slow, old form, taken down from YouTube the day after I showed a Shaolin monk out there in Elk Grove. Not saying no names, but I thought it was a little coincidental. And the uploader won't even respond. Dude's out there in Africa somewhere and cannot get a hold of him, can't get the video back, so whatever, right? So anyway, after they do all of this, and again, a lot of people are like, oh, right? They don't do that in this form. They come straight up, and then they reach, and then they come down. Now, as I'm up here, flexion, so much flexion, right? Just from doing this and twisting your fingers. And then you come down, and as you're doing this, widening the lats, flexion, so much flexion. And then you come down here, and you pull it up again. And then they came this way. Right here, this looks like some Chuan, some Wing Chun, right? Flexion. All of this flexing. And then they come out. And as they elongate, it's just like that push-up they do where you kind of scapula stuff, right? And then they come in, whoop. Oh no, they come out this way. And then they come in, whoop. Still flexing. You're not flexing your arms. You're flexing your back and shoulders, right? And the same thing. Let me do that one again. You come back, and you're literally, as you're doing this, you're not holding things up. You're pressing as if you're trying to like smash the lemon with your shoulder blades, right? Pulling back, and then come out here, and you push down. So for those people who got knots, and your wife's too lazy to rub them out for you, right? And or you can't afford, to go get a crappy massage from Happy Day where they actually make your day worse because they wake things up, right? But sorry, Happy Day, I love you. And then you come back in, right? And you go back down. Now the part I added, whoop, which this is kind of part of forgot the name of the form, right? But I come up, ooh, yin yang, son, and then you catch the kick. Famous catch the kick. Here, I'll quit talking. Well, I'll keep breaking it down, right? Catch the kick. Pull it under. Now the guy's like, what? Now this one could be an opposite move. Related, I don't know, right? Catch the arm. Pull him this way, right? Then here, whoop, you go down. As you're down here, I don't know, but you do this. Whoop, boom. You take a little step back because maybe he's grounded, he's going for your ankle. Or maybe it's a dog and the dog jumped back and he's coming back in for a second lunge. So you whoop, and as you're here, then you come in, bow, uppercut from hell. Or if you got a sword, who's got swords, right? But anyway, boom, stomp. And let's say you hit him with the first one. And again, let's start, sorry to sound cruel, but let's say it's a dog or a wolf or a tiger. You hit him with that first one, that animal, by the way they're made up, they're going to go back. Their legs are still there. So as you hit him and its head goes back, when you go in for that second, its arms are going to be out, right? Stomp. So it's a boom, boom. And when you stomp, you're stomping on the legs and smashing it in the face one more time. Because again, these things are beasts. Even this cat can kick your ass. So imagine something twice its size, right? You got to go for the little stuff. Because even that hit, they're going to eat that up and be like, oh, is that right? Right? Anyway. So from here, boom. And then you push it out, right? Now, if you had a shield or a sword, whatever, right? But this is some of that Tai Chi stuff where you catch it or they're coming in, you absorb and you push it out. And then you retract. And then you come forward with a punch. And again, so again, whoop. And as you send them, you're absorbing, then dispersing, right, whatever. Follow up, boom. And then, boom. And, sometimes you can't help it. It's good to have a wide stance because let's say you're on the dirt or the gravel and your shoes slide, it's good to be able to be comfortably low. And then from here, whatever it is, you're picking up, scoop, down. Then you come in, block, down, block, down. And then whatever it is, let's say you scoop something up, and even if you pull the feet out from under it, that's why you whoop, boop. And so what, it's now on the ground. So after you do all this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you come back, boom, as this guy or animal was trying to get back up. Boom, and then boom. Now, if this was a shield, you seen how I did it. This is a sword strike, boom, shield. I like to do it, boom, bam, because I got no weapons. But if it was a shield, makes sense. Then, poof, elbow strike. Now, is that because somebody grabbed your shoulder? Or let's say something's got your pant leg. You know, doing this, has a lot less power than, boom, your whole body and momentum is going to get that leg away. Or if he's grabbing your shoulder, knife hand, elbow, and then, they're coming back, boom. And again, if you have a sword and a shield, this makes sense. You're shielding this, you're blocking your leg with your sword there, right? Something's got your ankle, chop. But if it's a sword, lop, right? And then, boom. Now, if it's an animal, now I haven't done this to my dog, but I've shadow boxed. The whole 1, 2, it works, because if you miss them with that one, as soon as they come back in, poof, and he bites his own tongue. Again, I never made him do that, but in theory, yeah, he'd have done it a few times. So anyway, boom, boom, and then poof, and you could do a double kick. My hamstring's still sore, so give me a break, right? But as you do that, boom, 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 and then from there, they like to do the inside slap kick. Your foot's up here. I would do a 540 just because it looks cooler. But at the end of the day, boom, boom, cross stance, hammer fist, haymaker, hammer fist, haymaker, and then boom. Or you could come in, hammer fist, boom, whatever, right? It's up to you. The last time, I got all intense, and I'm like, no. And the reason why is because I had this dispute with my Tong Shui, which is classmate. And you can't teach yourself by yourself. Yeah, I can. I was teaching myself out of books, off of YouTube. I couldn't afford his price of rent. You know what I'm saying? And then I come in doing some forms that I already knew. Some other forms I taught myself. Some forms he ain't learned yet. And dude was lightweight bitter. And I showed him 3 versions of a form I'm not supposed to learn for like another 2 years, right? And then all of a sudden, like I said, speechless, walks away, and the next day the form's removed from YouTube. And I was bitter because, I hadn't quite crisped it up. But as you can see, I know it enough to make my own finale, my own ending. Something else I do that, I got this one from a video game, right? So after you finish and you're like, whoosh, then you come in, whoop, whoop, right? That's how I do it. I'm pretty sure I got that from Kung Lao, Mortal Kombat. And so, yeah, that's how I finish. I turn to the side and I peer at you down my nose. And it is what it is, right? But there's a breakdown of Chang Hu Chuan, and you're not going to find that version anywhere. You'll find some pretty interesting versions, but you won't find that one. I can't find it no more. I've been looking for years, So luckily, it's ingrained, And practice makes perfect. Hey, well, we'll save that for the next one.